Japan just made XRP spendable for over 44 million people, and that's just the start. Tomorrow, April 15, XRP becomes spendable at over 5 million merchants across Japan. Not on a crypto-native app and not on a test network. This is all going to happen at Rakuten Pay, one of the most used payment platform across the country. But the Rakuten announcement is actually just a small part of what's been happening in Japan in the last 2 weeks. Let me show you the full picture. Hello everyone, I'm Kai and welcome back to the Mindful Crypto Life. Today's video is actually going to be about what Japan has done for XRP in the last 7 days. Starting tomorrow, Rakuten Wallet is adding XRP as a tradable asset and a payment method. Here's the scale of this. Rakuten Pay has over 44 million users. These people are not crypto native. We are talking about everyday Japanese consumers paying for groceries, paying for taxis, and even online shopping. These users can now convert their Rakuten points directly into XRP. The points number deserves a moment. Rakuten has issued over 3 trillion in loyalty points. That is worth approximately $23 billion sitting in a loyalty system that can now flow into digital asset, in this case, XRP. One thing worth being clear about, this is a Rakuten-led initiative, and Ripple has not formally acknowledged this partnership. That doesn't change what it is. We are talking one of Japan's most trusted consumer brand independently choosing to embed XRP into their payments and loyalty infrastructure. And this is what organic adoption looks like. Now let me go back 1 week at April 7. XRP Tokyo 2026 took place in Hapoen, Tokyo. It had over 3,000 attendees. The senior leadership of Ripple on stage alongside SBI, A16Z Crypto, and Rakuten Wallet. This was Asia's largest conference dedicated to XRP and XRP Ledger. And the most significant thing that came out of it was not a speech. It was a live pilot data from Japanese banks. Banks presented real results from actual remittance corridors running between Japan and Southeast Asia. XRP settled cross-border payments 60% cheaper than SWIFT and in under 4 seconds. Not a white paper, not a projection. Just live data from real corridors. To put that in context, SWIFT, the global interbank messaging system that processes trillions every year, takes 1 to 5 business days. And it also layers fees at multiple correspondent banks at every step. XRP replaced that with a 4-second settlement and 60% lower costs. At the same conference, Ripple announced 12 new on-demand liquidity currency pairs, all targeting Southeast Asian payment corridors. Every one of those new pairs creates a new source of daily XRP demand, because every ODL transaction buys and sells XRP automatically. Japan's XRP story runs much deeper than any single announcement. SBI Holdings has been partnered with Ripple since 2016. That is a decade of infrastructure being quietly built. In February this year, SBI launched a 10 billion yen blockchain bond. That is roughly $64 million. And this pays investors in XRP. This is a first for any major financial institution in Japan. SBI VC Trade, which is SBI's exchange, recently added RLUSD, which is Ripple's stablecoin. And SBI Ripple Asia launched XRP Ledger token issuance platform earlier this year. This is designed to bridge traditional finance directly with tokenized payments. The regulatory environment in Japan makes all of this possible. XRP is listed in 20 JVCA-approved exchanges. This is Japan's Virtual and Crypto Asset Exchange Association. That makes XRP the third widely supported asset in Japan's regulated ecosystem, just behind Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Japanese investors put over $21.7 billion into XRP through regulated exchanges in 12 months alone. We are talking from July 2024 to June 2025. Japan is not a secondary XRP market. Japan's tokenized RWA market manages over $2.8 billion in institutional platforms. Projections point to $6 billion to $7 billion by the end of the year, and much of that is expected to run in the XRP Ledger. So here's why this week matters. You have Rakuten bringing XRP to 44 million everyday consumers starting tomorrow. That is retail adoption at a scale that no crypto projects could ever reach. And you have Japanese banks presenting live proof that XRP beats SWIFT at speed and cost. That institutional adoption is backed by real data. And you have SBI continuing to deepen the infrastructure layer. Bonds, stablecoins, token issuance platforms, and new payment corridors. And most of all, you have a regulatory environment in Japan that the US is still debating about. The XRP price, as you can see here, is running between $1.35 to $1.37. It has been range-bound for weeks. The market is consolidating, waiting for catalysts to materialize. Japan is not waiting. Japan is absolutely executing. Whether that execution shows in the price in the short term depends on multiple variables. But the infrastructure that's being built here is very real, and that matters more than any single candle in the longer term. Rakuten Pay goes live with XRP tomorrow. Japanese banks already proved that XRP beats SWIFT. SBI keeps building the rails, and Japan remains the most active, most regulated, and most committed XRP market in the entire world. So that's the Japan XRP update for today. And if you want to get your hands on some XRP, make sure to check out Phemex. Phemex is my exchange partner, and I trade leverage and buy spot from him. Again, this is Kai from the Mindful Crypto Life. It's always great to see you here, and I'll definitely catch you on the next one. Bye bye!